Welcome into the Stanford Dynasty, where for the fourth game in a row, we are here in Palo Alto as we welcoming a neighbor from up north in Oregon State and what has been a series of really good games. And that's exactly what we expect to see today. As Oregon State is coming in here 4-3, they started their season off very well, winning 4 of 5. However, they've dropped their last 2 against Utah and Wyoming. But in all of these games, outside of their FCS blowout win against Northwest and their loss to Michigan, every single one of these other games have been one-score games. And that's really thanks to a team who's doing pretty solid. They're led by Cliff Sermons, the redshirt senior quarterback who is having a solid season. Nothing spectacular. While the touchdown to interception ratio is great, the completion percentage could use some work. Rushing the ball, they have Juan Ramirez, who's averaging nearly 5 yards a rush, has 2 touchdowns, but it seems like what they love to do the most is pass the ball. Barry Wilds leads them, another redshirt senior. He has 35 grabs, 5 touchdowns. However, it's David Zavala who's their big hitter, who has about 12 less catches, but 1 more touchdown. They also love to go to the redshirt freshman Jamie Keel out of the backfield, who has 31 catches. And defensively, they got a couple studs as well. Out of Hawaii, the true junior in Toeina leads them in tackles with 51. TFL's not related to our Blouse. You have Steven Blouse, the redshirt sophomore, with 8 TFLs. Sack-wise, no one exactly standing out, but they do make some plays in the backfield. And Paul Jennings out at corner, he loves to pick off a pass. And for our Cardinal, who just played a close game against BYU, the 1 win, Cougars, we need to show a little bit more. And with that, there's been at least 1 key change made. Starting today at strong safety will be Soma Pua. He's come in and played a couple times this season because of the play of Atkins. He's now getting his first career start, a former 4-star with Impact Dev. And he has some pretty decent ratings, but room to improve. And the good news is a lot of these ratings can improve. The main thing to note here is we will be taking a hit with the zone coverage, but a massive boost to the man coverage where Atkins was getting burned. We are taking a good step back with awareness and play rec. We'll see how this works out, but for now, Soma Pua's getting the start. And for the Cardinal, who are looking to still continue their climb, Coach Barrington needs him to perform. It'll be the offense out first as we are underway. A big boot will send it through the back of the end zone, actually off the field goal post. And starting at the 25 will be the offense. Montrell Dog, will he be able to manage the run-stop game here of the Oregon State defense? Over the last couple weeks, he's been a key player for this Cardinal offense. Gordon Draft has had some big play, and he's also had some lull in play. We'll see what the Cardinal bring. As we get underway here, first play of offense, Dog takes it outside, and he's going to lose 2. It was the interior run play that they were worried about, but a great stop on the outside play. 2nd and 13 as they go with a check down, and Aneni drops it. We'll bring up an early 3rd and long here. Hard count. They get someone to jump, but no flag comes out. And barely getting the throw out as well. A quick 3 and out as Talbot gets the hit in on Draft. That will send out the Oregon State offense and our defense now with Pua out there at strong safety. Hopefully we'll see some big plays from him as Ramirez chopped out by Tuttle. He started to make a few more plays. Also past Shaw with a good push up front. Leaves a 2nd and 7. As they look to pass the ball, it's going to be 1v1 downfield, and Asher forgot to go up for it. Wilds brings it down. An absolute miss from who was supposed to be our number 1 corner out there. Didn't quite look like it. They're down to the 16 as the tight end motions over to the right-hand side. Continue looking to pass the ball, and he gets around the outside. Carlisle did not get the sack. As Oregon State has forced us into our 4-4 defense, it's not our normal guy out there with Cassius Sampson who makes that play, overthrowing the tight end. Perhaps the rush from that play causing a little bit of that effect. It's 3rd and 3 here for the Cardinal defense as they look to get the stop, but leave Wilds open to the outside. Kiki with a strange tackle. Makes it a 1st and goal at the 3. Double A gap look, throw to the outside, and it's a touchdown for the Beavers. A very good start for Oregon State. Got the 3 and out on defense and then marched down the field with a big throw to Barry Wilds. But it's Jose Vick who puts the Cardinal behind. Offense out here to start their second drive. They get motion from Moses. Look to go his way to the outside, and he's well contained. It's another loss on first down for the Cardinal, though this time just a 1-yard loss. As they look to set up the tight end screen, they're going to get Gomez to the outside, and he'll pick up 10. I'll leave the Cardinal needing one more here. They come out with ace pistol. Run it right-hand side, and Dog is close, but it doesn't look like the refs are going to give it. We'll see Coach Barrington be as aggressive as he normally is. At about their own 35, goal line set, and an easy first down with the QB sneak. I'll keep the drive alive here for the Cardinal now at the 37. Two tight ends to the right-hand side. As they go with a little bit of some play action. Float this one out to Aneni. Got the grab, about 3 on it. That seemed to be a little bit of the problem last week against BYU as the offense kept everything so short. They never quite stretched the field. Montreal Dog down the middle with a gap, and they give him that first. Honestly, to me, seemed about just as close, if not further, than what they had on that third down marker. Look to throw here, and they get it to Blauset, who avoids the tackle attempt. He just tried to body him, didn't pan out. Instead, Cardinal now inside the 40 as they look to avoid the rush, but Draft is dropped. Flying around the edge and picking up that sack, a name I cannot pronounce. So 2nd and 19 then for the Cardinal. Thompson in motion. They swing it out his way, and what good coverage. Able to break it up as the ball arrived. Another 3rd and long here for the Cardinal. They keep 2 spread either side. Hard count, they're going to get the big man down the middle. Stephen Blauset, the guy they're worried about in stopping the run, helps them out a little bit when it comes to the passing game. Now 3rd and 14. They keep with the same spread look. And throw it under pressure. The ball doesn't even get back to the line. They will have to punt. Oregon State forcing some early pressure here for the Cardinal. Good news, Fatale Mays gave us a great punt. Can be starting up deep back, and a good stop from Tim Easy. He came firing in from that corner spot. It's a loss of 2. 2nd and 12. They get it to the outside, and Smith will bump Ramirez out. But it creates some much-needed breathing room for him. They're up to the 19 now. And motioning Ramirez out of the backfield here. They will look to throw the ball, and again they find Wilds. We're very much seeing why he leads the team in receptions. They're going his way early and often, utilizing that physicality that he has. With a draw now, Ramirez with space. Gets popped from Senior for an extra gain. And for what will be the last play, if not the previous play being the last play of the first, it's a 2nd and short, and Ramirez will pick up the fresh set. As we end the first quarter, we head into the second. This one has been owned by the Beavers. 7-0 as they're on their second drive. Stanford have had 2 drives that have netted nothing. -2 rushing yards, very unlike them. So some clear work ahead of them as it's Oregon State starting in plus side. With a pass downfield, Asher this time breaks it up. It's definitely a size mismatch out there for sure, but the athleticism should compensate. 2nd and 10, they go back to him, this time on the quick stop. He picks up 7. That leaves him still needing 3 more. 3rd, they go spread empty. And with a quick rush, it's Cassius Sampson who will pick up the sack. Paschal to help ensure it was a sack, continuing his streak of games where he's at least picked up half a sack. And it keeps the Beavers outside of field goal range. So a stop from the defense. Offense out on the field here, starting at the 25. As Draft, he's going to step up to run and going to pick up a nice little gain there on first. 2nd and 4. Sticking with the pistol look here. Montreal Dog looking to get it to the outside. Good blocking from the receivers, and then he downfield to help pick up another. And that'll finally give us some positive yards on the day in the rushing game. Plus side now at the 49. Motion from Blauset. And a throw across the middle, finding Gomez. A nice adjustment on the throw as Draft kept it behind him. 1st and 10, they go RPO. Montreal Dog takes it to the outside, but great speed to track him down. That's probably why we haven't had too much success getting to the outside. It's a gain of 3. Moses in motion here. They go jet sweep, and a flag comes in here. Moses, as for now, has the first down, but it looks like they're going to get the All-American guard in Heath. And this line has been struggling out the gate. Another sign there. 2nd and 17 then, as it was at the line. Throwing downfield, and it's caught by Lanier, who trips on the adjusted catch. Again, Draft kept it behind, but away from the safety. They got 1st and 10 around the 20. Thompson checks in with a quick little burst. Honestly, a pretty clutch tackle, as that might have been a house call. Instead, 2nd and 5 at the 15. As they let this play develop, it's a high-pointed ball that's too high for Blouse. So 3rd and 5, they bring the bunch out to the right-hand side. Blouse to the left. Gonna be play action. And Draft is having to scramble. He's under pressure. He throws it, and it's a catch by Moses. What a play for the #1 receiver. Went over 1K last year. Hasn't seen as many targets this year, but he high points the ball. Great throw from Draft to keep it high. And the Cardinal have tied this game about midway through the 2nd quarter. Starting at the 25, Oregon State, as they motion out Ramirez, looking to pass this ball downfield, and getting the catch, it's their running back who was playing out in the slot, the redshirt freshman in Keel. And it was actually pretty decent coverage, just wasn't able to swat it away. A huge play to start the drive for the Beavers. They're down inside the 25. Going to go back to the run here on the delayed handoff. Ramirez juking off a couple tackles. And it looks like Coach Barrington is making some slight adjustments here. They've been running a lot of 4-4 defense. Hasn't quite worked out. Man-wise, it's matched up, but Ramirez, he takes it outside, nearly finding the end zone. But why the packages haven't quite worked out is because they're spreading out that group, nearly finding another touchdown as Farrell checked in. They're using a lot of tight end and running backs to try to squeeze together this defensive group, but then they run everyone wide. Big stop there in the backfield is Carlisle. And that's exactly why he's out there. He's much better in the run defense. Throw outside, and Ramirez drops it. 2-minute warning hits at the same time. So it will be inevitably a field goal attempt here. Pretty tight angle. Salmon around the edge. He blocks it, and jumping on it will turn the ball over. Cardinal take over at the 9. Sam in the backup corner comes in and keeps this game level. Never mind having a tight window if you don't have enough time to actually get the kick off. Cardinal head on out offensively. They got 1:57 to go 91 yards. And they start with some play action. And under pressure, he gets this ball off to Aneni, who will pick up about 6 and out of bounds. A good job there of Draft to let that play develop and see if he could find anything downfield. Nothing quite did. 2nd and 4. As they go back underneath to Aneni, will be a 1st down. Cardinal got to get the hurry up going here. They don't want to lose too much time. Will be 1 receiver either side still. Back to the line here. Clock is moving. They got motional on the right-hand side in Moses. And they might have to look his way here. They find him. Another short gain. Not enough for the 1st down. Back to the hurry up they go. They do still have 3 timeouts, but looks like they're trying to conserve those for plus side of the field. As they go to the running game here, 32 cuts, and he picks up the 1st down. They'll use that 1st down to make a slight adjustment here. Kramer comes in at fullback, essentially taking out Aneni. Everything else about the same. Going out to Moses. He's got a bunch of space on the sideline, down into plus side, out at the 42. A really smooth drive orchestrated so far from Draft. They've just got to finish it. 1 spread either side, 2 tight ends in. It's ace formation. Lanier with a slight motion. As they look to go his way, ball a little bit behind, and a quick tackle. 2nd and 3. They go hurry up. We'll tick inside 50 seconds there. Getting some more motion, Lanier. Gonna make it tight on that left-hand side. They go his way. He gets the catch. That'll be a 1st down, and a timeout called there by Coach Barrington. Leaves them 2 more remaining. 42 seconds. They're at the 29. 2 receivers to the right, 2 tight ends to the left. They look quick to Gomez, who's going to get the catch. Turn down the sideline, about a gain of 14 and out of bounds. That takes the Cardinal down to the 15. 38 seconds left on the board. And play action roll. Getting it to the outside is Aneni, who will turn up, pushed out at the 3. They're getting everyone involved here on this drive. A lot of tight end work. Back into the shotgun as Thompson checks in, and right down the middle. What an excellent drive from the Stanford Cardinal inside 2 minutes. Steady march, didn't take any big pop plays, just some steady, short, medium, a little bit of run mixed in there. And it's the run that capitalizes as the Cardinal take a 14-7 lead, 29 seconds left before half. Well, what's imperative is that with that time left, they don't let Oregon State do anything crazy, as they do start with the ball after halftime. They have all their timeouts. Cassius Sampson with the pressure. Marcock breaks it up. Once again, they were looking for Keel, who's just straight up playing receiver for him. It's not really running back out of the backfield type of plays, as Kiki picks it off. The linebacker here of the Stanford Cardinal. And he sets up his squad inside the 30 with 19 seconds and 2 timeouts. Only the 6th interception on the year for Cliff Sermons. And he throws it straight to Harulahu. And it could prove to be extremely costly. Already inside field goal range, it's a bunch to the left-hand side as they go with a play action, throw downfield, and swatting it away. He was open. Ball came up a little bit low, well too low. Needed to have a lot more height on that one. Still 15 seconds left to try to make something happen. As Draft throws, he finds Blausey, who gets the first down. He's out of bounds at the 17. And still leaves them with 9 seconds left. You could run a couple plays here if you're quick with it. Play action for Draft as he rolls, he throws. High pointing Blausey out just in front of the pylon. He did not miss that by much. A millimeter at most with 4 seconds, a risky move. They snap the ball in. Kramer's got the touchdown. It's a 2-score lead for the Stanford Cardinal as they score 2 touchdowns with about 30 seconds left in the half. Well, that's just how quickly things can change here in the game of football. That's gone against the Cardinal several times, this time in favor, as now they've taken the lead in passing yards and are climbing back up in rushing yards. They're leading in time of possession by about 2.5 minutes as well. But Thompson, he's come in for a couple big plays. Defense has made a couple big plays. Their main problem has been Barry Wild's downfield. Keel has made a couple big plays. Well, really the biggest problem for the Cardinal defense in that first half was just playing out of formation. Adjustments have been made. Defense has improved. And we'll see if that continues to be the case as we start this second half. Going with the play action, and very lucky that Smith somehow didn't end up with that one. Instead, it's caught for about a gain of 9 by Keel. Very much should have been a pick, at least a minimal of a broken up pass by Smith. They go to Ramirez Harulahu to slow that play down. In fact, he pretty much was that play. Had to shed the block while still making the tackle. 1st and 10. Making some changes here is Sermons as they'll look to pass the ball. Under pressure, Cassius Sampson slaps him down. That's at least 1.5 sacks for him, and this dude, when he's on the field, he's near unstoppable. Coach Barrington is trying to get him back on the field a little bit more. Kiki not getting the tackle, a diving attempt, I believe that was Pua. We really haven't had to call his name much in this one, and not necessarily the best reason to call it there. With a 3rd and long here for the Beavers. They'll send everyone deep, going with a one-on-one. Tim Easy breaks it up last second. They nearly hit it. Instead, they'll have to punt. And it's the great play by the young corner that sets up an awful punt for the Beavers. We start close to midfield at the 44. Handing this one off Montreal Dog with a cutback lane. He'll pick up 3. Unless things dramatically change here, he's not going to have the same performance he's been having. 2 100-yard days and then 87 last week. Opens up here, though, as he switches the ball to the inside. I think he needs to go back to training. Keep that ball on the outside. Could have got a stiff arm in there. Thompson checks in. Perhaps the running back coach having a small word with him. Thompson picks up 4 with his opportunity. And then they go to the RPO. Dog takes it again down the middle, plowing through and picking up an extra yard. He is a hard man to bring down when he starts to get in motion. 1st and 10 here at the 20. They walk the safety down, wide open to the outside. Curtis Aneni with a gain of 4. He and Draft have really found a strong connection over the last few games. Gomez going to join him over on the left-hand side as they go with the stretch. Dog, limited space. He maybe gets 1. That'll bring up a 3rd and 5. Down inside the red zone. They walk the safety down right side. Draft sees it, makes an adjustment. He throws left side Gomez, who's got the first down about the 3. Nearly found a way to slip by him. Instead, they bring out Kramer here. Thompson in the backfield as well. As they go with a triple option, it's out to Thompson. However, a flag is down. It will negate the touchdown for the Cardinal as they almost went up by 3 scores. It's again on Heath, and it's 1st and goal now at the 13. As they go with the RPO here, Dog. Limited space, they cover on the outside. We'll bring up 2nd and goal still here at the 13. As they look to set up another screen, this time it's out to the receiver. A flag comes in. They only gained about 5, and it's another one on Heath. That is his 3rd of the game. The All-American struggling here for the Cardinal. Makes it 2nd and goal now at the 23. They come out 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. And now they're looking for the back of the end zone. Moses, he brings it down. Another high-pointed ball from Gordon Draft. He's clearly learned from all of his underthrows. And on 2nd and goal from the 23-yard line, Stanford finally claims that 3-score lead. They make it 28-7. About 2.5 minutes left in the 3rd. As the scoreboard stands right now, a far cry from where we were at the end of the 1st quarter. Beavers, they're going to have to do something big here to get themselves back into it. A great job from Soma Pua. Talked about not having to call his name. He does a great job there on the read option. Stuck on the quarterback the whole way. It's about a gain of half a yard at most. The 2nd and 9. They hand it off to Ramirez, and he gets corralled. Pashal, he's the first to arrive. Sampson got there as well, plus one other. Couldn't see the number. Forces a 3rd and 9 here for the Beavers. As they pass left side, it's broken up. Soma Pua. And on that drive alone, he's made just about as many plays as Adkins had the whole rest of the year. Cardinal take over plus side. It was another bad punt by the Beavers. As Draft steps up, he picks up a great block on the outside. He's taking it down the sidelines, and he dips out about the 6. Takes the hit still. A great run there from Gordon Draft. And something we haven't seen too much from him in this game. He's been a little bit more of a pocket quarterback. 1st and goal here. Handing it off to Kramer. He has a rushing touchdown, and it looked like he wanted a 2nd. A real strong run there from who's actually a tight end here. He just plays a little bit of fullback for the Cardinal. It's the Maryland Eye as Dog takes it into the end zone. They widen that lead even more as the Stanford Cardinal have opened up a big 4-score lead here on the Beavers. And with the Washington and Oregon games coming up in a few weeks, this was the game that Coach Barrington needed to see from his squad to get them on the right track. Oregon State, however, they still have time to make some plays happen. They hand it off to Ramirez. Ball pops out, and he eventually brings it back in. Not sure who they're going to credit with that forced fumble. Cantwell was definitely stuck in there, but as we hit the 4th quarter, it is 35-7, and the Cardinal have found their stride since about that midway 2nd quarter. And it seems to have really come off a slight change to their defensive formations. 2nd and 13, it's spread empty as we get the 4th quarter underway, and they hit a big one here to Wilds. It's going to be a foot race with Pua, and it doesn't look like he's going to catch him. Wilds takes it all the way. A big answer here from Oregon State as we start this 4th quarter. They needed that one. They hadn't scored since the 1st quarter, their first drive of the game. And it probably didn't help that they had Thad Smith, the middle linebacker, manned up on him as that snap went off. Starting at the 25 here, Gordon Draft and the Cardinal offense will look to answer. As they start with a throw to the outside, they find Gomez. Decent blocking, running through him. Not a fun play there from number 12. But it's a quick strike to the sophomore tight end as he gets the Cardinal into plus side. Inside about 8.5 minutes, they go Montreal Dog with a cutback lane to left-hand side. Again, they block up 12. And 9 brings him down with a gain of 9. And now it's David Dorsey, said number 12, who's shaken up. He took a lot of hits the last couple plays. Hopefully he's okay and is able to bounce back. It's 2nd and 12 here for the Cardinal. As they go with a power stretch, essentially. Dog to the outside. He's got the first down, crossing the 30. Well, it was a slow game for him has opened up. He's up to 83 yards rushing in this one. keeping very close to his average of games. And under pressure, dropped. It's a second sack for the guy with a name I would struggle to pronounce. So we'll just call him Nick instead. Second sack for Nick on the day for Oregon State. He's played pretty well on the outside. Looking to pass, they get it out to Lanier on the curl. Comes up a yard shy. They'll bring out Kramer yet again. It's 3rd and 1. And it's Draft who keeps it. He tried to take it down the middle. As Stephen Blau say, he had other things in mind. It's about a loss of an inch or two. 4th and 1. The offense is staying on the field. And getting to the outside is Dog. He picked up a key block. And he crosses the plane going through the pylon. How about that? 4th and 1. Montrell Dog, he helps answer back on the Barry Wild score. 41-14. Make that 42 with the PAT. And it looks like with that score, Coach Barrington is going to start to rotate. Second team defense comes on in. As it's a first down throw across the middle, a short one to their tight end. This is a great opportunity for a lot of young, or even some of these senior backup Cardinal guys to get their name out there. Roseboom, kind of the leader of that group. As it's a pass to the outside and caught by Barry Wilds. He's definitely been the most consistent of any of the Beavers today. Up to the 38, they'll continue looking to pass that ball with time ticking away. To the outside, Tim Easy still out there. He gets the tackle. With this defense, we've still got Easy out there. Pua's still out there, and Marcock as well. 2nd and 3, and a throw to the outside is caught. Not going to take you too long to guess who that is. Barry Wilds back again as they get into plus side. And they go his way again. Marcock got beat off the press. Sermon gives him a decent ball. It's another touchdown for him. Instead, 2nd and 10, now playing an off coverage. They go quick across the middle and hit their tight end in Toner. He not related to the former Stanford Cardinal Toner. Brings up a 3rd and 6. As they will look to continue passing this ball. It's a deeper pass, but wide open is Keel. A good cover 3 cloud beater there as the outside guy was sat underneath. 1st and 10. And a pass right down the seam and a touchdown. Ty Holly beat by the running back playing slot receiver. Oregon State finding some late game points, but it's just against the second team defense. Well, that doesn't mean that they are not done trying. They trot out the onside unit. It bounces off the hands of Roseboom, still bounces it around and picked up by the kicker. So the defense right back out onto the field starting at the 38. With wide open pass underneath, they find the drag, and it's their big hitter who has not seen a catch up till this point. So we'll give some credit to Tim Easy, who's been manned up on him most of the game. They went his way with that deep ball earlier, broke it up. 1st and 10. Pass to the outside. They find Ramirez, that good burst away from Adkins. Finally gets out on the field, and he makes a bad play. 2nd and 5. Another quick throw, and Keel is taken down. Good hit there from Senior, the linebacker, who again I believe is a sophomore, maybe a junior. Brings up 3rd and inches. As they throw downfield, it's Barry Wilds with the catch. 2 guys in his zone, but played it too soft. It's 1st and 10. And we're seeing a little bit more rotation. Sampson checking back in here, and the double move on the outside is off. It's not been a very clean day for Sermons, and that's why we've seen the lower completion percentage. He's pretty clean with it as Lord. He shakes off the tackle immediately and brings him down. Of course, we signed him in the offseason as a transfer, taking him away from Washington. He was looking to go to Oregon as well. He's been playing our bench, and a broken up pass, Roseboom. But nice to see Lord making a play, and he moves around this defense as well. Going to move over to the opposite rush here for 4th and 19. As Sermon's under pressure, he throws. It's picked off. Marcock will take over at about the 10. Actually going to mark it at the 8-yard line. Not very good for us in terms of forward progress. The defense with another big play. Our offense can take the field. It's Sulai in at running back. Haven't got to see much of him. Montre Levant at quarterback as they hand it off. Following the blocks, and again a flag comes down. This better not be, and doesn't look like it is going to be on Heath. They get Aneni. He was trying to set the edge. So 1st and 14 at the 4. It's the Maryland I. as they go with a play action roll. Late dump off, they find Gomez. Looks like the tight end's staying out there. They only have 3 on active roster. But with Kramer being the fullback, looks like they're keeping with the same starting rotation. Sulai here. This time the run counts. It's only a gain of 2. And it's a third for Montrell Avant. Comes out here in pistol, 2 to the left-hand side. As the coverage is actually sitting pretty good downfield, they get it to Vallejo, who will squeeze out the first. He's a promising young receiver here for the Cardinal, a redshirt freshman. Will be a slot guy for him down the lines. They go his way on the jet sweep. Good blocking on the outside. Vallejo down the sideline, gets the slip back lane, shakes one more. He's dragged down by the 40. This is where the young receivers get to come out here and make a name for themselves. Vallejo taking advantage of that opportunity. 1st and 10 as they look to throw the ball. And they find Gomez, who tried to extend that play as much as he could. Picks up an extra yard or so down the sideline. As they're down inside the red zone, a heavy look here. As they go with a boot and flipping this one out, it's going to be to Thompson, who gets the catch. About a gain of 5. And maybe time here for one more play. We'll see if the Cardinal look to tack on some late game points, as it's going to be a roll to the right-hand side. And throwing the interception, he forced it. But that's been the problem with Montrell Avant. It looked like he was trying to find Bargava, but it's not going to put a stain on this one. A 42-21 dominant victory for the Stanford Cardinal. They played things pretty close the first quarter and a half, but they turned things on about midway in that second. They scored 2 touchdowns with about 30 seconds left before halftime, and after that point, they never let off the gas. Defense, after the change, they did give up 2 touchdowns. Wilds, though, he had a good game throughout. If Sermons was able to give him a couple more good passes, he might have had an even better one. But it's a great stretch here for the Stanford Cardinal, keeping the win streak alive. And with it, we are back into the top 10 for the first time, I believe, since either week 2 or maybe even week 3, but it's been a while. We are back in the top 10. Listed here at 8, and next game we have UCLA. And UCLA is a team that we've done pretty well against. They are currently top 5 in the Pac-12 as we have taken the top spot. 4-0 in conference. We've played more games than USC, which is why we are above them, despite them being 7-0. But we do not play them in the regular season. They might only be a Pac-12 championship opponent for us if we make it to them, but we do have a fairly tough end to our schedule. We've been pretty lucky with the stretch of 5 straight home games that at this point has very much helped us with our early woes against Georgia and TCU. As we mentioned, we wanted to come out of this homestand being 6-2. One more win against UCLA and we will do that. But then we have Washington and Oregon, 2 teams that we have struggled against, especially last year. We go to Washington, we host Oregon. We demolished Arizona last year. We laid a goose egg on them, I want to say 24-0. And we more than doubled their quarterback's interceptions. I expect they're going to want some sweet, sweet revenge. They're going to come ready to play. And we go there. Then we finish against Notre Dame at home. Notre Dame is just sitting above 500 at this point, but rivalries, you never know how those are going to go. So we've got a tough stretch. Today was a great game in seeing how good we can be and what we should expect in these games to come. And to make sure you see how the team does in those said games, make sure you hit that bear icon in the bottom right or scroll down at the sub button and definitely tap that bell icon. As Pua played a pretty good game, I think he's earned your guys' notifications to be turned on and to stick around to see how this team does. UCLA, they are 5-2 as well, though unranked. This is a kind of like a trap game for us. We've got to respond, and we will see you then. This series every single Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We got the Jags on Tuesdays and Thursdays. A lot coming at you with a lot of big games to finish off this season.